Well, howdy there, friendos. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, we've gone all the way to good old Wyoming. No, we haven't. We're just here in my studio. But we are looking into the Star Ranch palette by Jeffree Star Cosmetics. I am wowed at this color story. I hope you are too. If you are even half as excited as I am, I hope that you'll keep watching because we're gonna get into it all today. And sadly, there will be no yaks. Friendos, I am super excited that this palette finally made its way to my doorstep today. Ever since the photos leaked, I have been so excited to get my hands on this palette and try it out for myself. I am a huge fan of brown and blue together. I remember it was very popular back in the early 2000s to do those pretty coral belts and the brown shirts, and like brown and turquoise together was a thing. So when I saw this brown and sky blue color story, I flipped. Also, you guys know that I love a green eyeshadow, so I hope you can understand why I am living for this palette. Also, this shade of green is so flattering on everyone of every skin type, every eye color. I've never seen a pale green look bad on anyone. So I don't want to prate too much, let's just dive in with swatches. Starting with Yak Farm, Owl Eyes, Open Range, Casper Mountain, ooh, so pretty, Wyoming, Star Creek, and Old Jeff. That was super obnoxious, I'm sorry. Grand Prismatic, and lastly, Winter Wind. So yeah, this is my type of color story. I know a lot of people were saying that they thought it was boring. I am 100% digging this palette. I wish I would have gotten the little yak. I was like torn on it because it's like, part of me was like, oh, this is cute, and the other part of me was like, but it's kind of ugly at the same time. I didn't really like the eyes on the yaks, but I still want a yak. I not only want a yak, I want two yaks because they did such a great job with marketing in that photo that I was just like, do I want a yak? No, I want two yaks. But then I ended up getting no yaks. Oh, and also guys, I finally got myself the mascara. We're not gonna say the name because I don't want to get kicked off of YouTube. I don't think that that's how that happens, but you know, I'm new to this, I don't know. Check it out, it doubles as a whip. I was showing this to my sister's boyfriend just now. It was so funny. His face literally turned red looking at it. So hopefully I can have him come in and test this out by the end of my video. We'll see if we talk him into it. But we will be testing out the mascara itself. And let's see what else. There's nothing else. Let's just get started. I think all of these swatched really nicely upon first swatching. I would be shocked if they did not do a phenomenal job on application, but we'll see, you never know. Putting down my P. Louise base. On my Sigma E65, we're going in with Yak Farm. On my Units 205, we're going in with the shade Wyoming. I'm going to deepen it up by taking M506 and dipping into the same shade. On the same brush, after I've wiped it off, I'm going in with the shade Grand Prismatic. I'm going very lightly with the shade. on my Refer 14, I'm going to apply more of Yak Farm and more of Wyoming in their respective places that I've already set. I just want to blend them together a little bit more and make them slightly more intense. Next, on my brush from Koyudo, I will be going in with the shade Old Jeff. Friendos, I'm not sure if this is supposed to be a topper shade. I'm going to try it with a different brush. I've never used this one before and see if it swatches the same. If not, this one is a little on the light side. And I'm just going to assume it's a topper. Alright, it picked up a little bit more on my Natasha Denona number 11 than it did on this Koyudo brush. I'm guessing this is synthetic. It doesn't feel like real hair. Not positive on that though. I'm going to continue with this brush. There is no fallout, I am happy to say. This is building up beautifully. It's crazy. There literally is no fallout, and this is really sparkly. Next, on the same brush, I'll be going in with Casper Mountain. I think this one is slightly more opaque than the last shade. So to build up some more intensity, I'm going to go back in with Old Jeff and then spray my brush and then apply. Then I'm going in and doing the same thing with Casper Mountain. And now I'm seeing more of a difference in between those two shades. Casper Mountain is definitely more periwinkle, whereas this one is more, whereas Old Jeff is more cerulean. Next, I cannot hold myself back from trying out Star Creek. This is my Unit 201 brush. Getting some small circles there and going in. After all the time that I've been working on this, look, there is just no fallout. Next, on my It Brushes Luminous Smudger brush, I'm going to go back into the shade Wyoming, and I'm going to connect my upper lash line to my lower lash line. I'm wiping that brush off and applying owl eyes. Then going back in with Yak Farm. Then I'm doing my final touch-ups with Grand Prismatic and my Sigma E36. Next, I'll do my other eye off camera and I'll be right back. Friendos, I'm back. I can't wait to try out this mascara for its initial intended purpose and see how it does. That's what it looks like. And I believe this is supposed to be a tubing mascara. And I have not had a tubing mascara in probably 7 years.
So many times I've stranded, a castaway, and I'm not sure of those stranger in this calm.
And friendos, so far I think this mascara is really nothing to write home about. It's not bad, but I'm not getting a lot of volume with this as a mascara. I do see some lengthening. I don't really see much curling going on or anything like that. I don't know if any of that is promised with the benefits of the mascara. It just seems to be coating my lashes and making them darker, but not necessarily amplifying them. And I think this look would be incomplete without liner and lashes, so let's get on that. Let's finish off the look. I have the P. Louise lip liner in the shade Achievements.
Always in bloom.
Again with P. Louise in the shade Heights. Definitely not my favorite lipstick formula, but definitely my favorite lip liner formula. And to bring some life back to my face, I'm also going to reach for my Smashbox Ablaze face palette. And if you think I never hit pan on anything, check this out. She's well loved. Friendos, this is my finished look. What do you think? A little secret, I don't think I've ever done anything so detailed in all my life, but I'm hoping that going forward I will be more experimental because I actually really like this. I think it's really interesting to say the least. Now begs the question, what do I think of this palette after trying out almost every shade in it? The only ones that I didn't try is Open Range and Winter Wind. The rest of them had some part in my makeup look today, and to find something wrong with this palette, I would really have to fish. I will say if Old Jeff is not meant to be a lid topper, then I think that it's kind of light compared to his other shimmer shades. And Winter Wind reminded me of the Press Glitter in the Blue Blood palette. So that's not the most original shade that he's ever released. I feel like side by side they would probably be twins, but this one is not a Press Glitter, so maybe that's the difference there. Overall, I love this palette. I love the color story, and I will be reaching for it again. Also, no fallout with this palette, none. It's actually amazing. This palette was, I believe, $30 or round about $30, and I've had luxury delivered to me recently that definitely had a lot more fallout and was not as pigmented or easy to blend out. All these shades in this palette were so pigmented, except for Old Jeff, but I was still able to get the pigmentation. You can see it there. And they were all so easy to blend out. I'm sure I'll be reaching for this palette again very soon. As for this mascara, it was kind of disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't get volumization. I didn't get lengthening. All I got was darkening out of this. No curling. What I will say is sometimes mascaras don't perform at their peak on their first use because they haven't been exposed to oxygen. And the formula is supposed to be exposed to oxygen in order to perform at its best. I felt the same way about this Marc Jacobs mascara the other week. When I first tried it, I thought it was just kind of meh, but since using it, I am really starting to like it. I'm hoping that the same will be true for this mascara. If not, maybe I could just use it as a whip to beat my business partners into submission. I'll let you know how that goes. So I know I already yacked on about the yaks, but I really want a yak. But I'm gonna have to wait and see if I ever recoup the money that I lost in Bitcoin this week. And then maybe then I'll get a yak. We'll see. I really want to thank each of you for clicking on this video and spending some time with me today, checking out the Star Ranch palette. Please let me know in the comment section down below if you purchased a yak, or if you just got the palette or the mascara or whatever you bought from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, I really want to know. I also invite you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, because if not, we'll both have to live in the shadow of never knowing what could have been. All right, guys, bye.